Over to Europe, and according to reports, foreign mercenaries from several countries have been present in Ukraine, training alongside Ukrainian forces. A captured Ukrainian soldier, Anatoly Strangialo, of the 47th Separate Merchandise Brigade, said in a video released by the Russian Defense Ministry that he encountered mercenaries from Japan, Colombia, Poland, Ireland, the United States and Germany at a training center in Cherkasy region. Strangialo stated that some of these foreign fighters trained together with Ukrainian soldiers before being deployed to the Sumy region. He surrendered to Russian forces after being targeted by a Ukrainian FPV drone. These claims have not been independently verified. Foreign volunteers and contractors have reported in the conflict, but their exact roles remain unclear. We're now joined... We now move to another related development where, according to reports, a group of Latin American mercenaries deployed to the front line in Alexandriograd, Donetsk People's Republic, fled to the area within a day. A source in Russian defense circles told TASS that the mercenaries retreated chaotically, abandoning their positions amid ongoing Russian precision strikes. They were also targeted by Russian FPV drone attacks during their withdrawal. The Ukrainian military reportedly sent this group of Latin American mercenaries to the region on July the 21st. These claims have also not been independently verified. We're now joined by our reporter, anchor and correspondent, Joshua Barnes. Joshua, what more can you tell us about this?
Well, yes, Thomas, let's put some context on this situation here. Since the start of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, volunteers and mercenaries have been involved in fighting. Having been in Europe myself when the war started, there was a lot of conversation around people signing up to fight with Ukraine after the first initial move from Russia expanding into Ukraine in an initial push in the first few days, aiming to reach Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. This, of course, is a situation that has continued. While not regularly reported as it was initially in the first months of the war, this is a situation that is ongoing. I want to take away from parallels that may be drawn with troop deployment coming from North Korea. When you hear of foreign fighters in a war, it can be easy to draw parallels, but there is a clear difference here. These mercenaries and these volunteers that are fighting with Ukraine, being trained with Ukrainian army forces, are smaller groups, potentially even just single lone volunteers who are wanting to fight, whether they have military backgrounds or whether they want to contribute to medical efforts or etc. So that is different to the situation in North Korea, where tens of thousands of troops are reportedly being sent to fight alongside Russia on the front lines. I think that context is important in a war that, of course, is still waging on. There is talk around a ceasefire, and I'm sure we may come to that, but this report that we're hearing is not new. Also, it's important to acknowledge that TASS is a Russian news agency. It hasn't been verified, as you mentioned, the number of mercenaries who have been fighting, but this has been going on for a war which is now into its fourth year.
Yes, Joshua, thank you very much for joining us. We now move once again